Hello, it's Phoebe, and I have this concept in my mind of a little banjo-playing pumpkin dude. Just like, I don't know, I have it in my mind. I tried looking it up several different ways, like little man made out of pumpkins, or jack-o'-lantern carving pumpkin thing, and I could not find the thing I was thinking of, so I decided I will make the thing I am thinking of. So we've got a good assortment of gourds and pumpkins here. Let's see. Let me try to explain the structure of what I'm going to try to do. So, the vague plan is this will be the body, and I'm going to support it on these 3 tiny pumpkins to kind of be like little feet. Oh, you can't really see that. Hang on. You're going to have to bear with me with the audio and video quality not being the best. I could only focus on so many things at a time, so we're just going with straight up phone recording quality, because I can't learn new software and make a little banjo-playing pumpkin gourd man at the same time. So, this is going to be the body, and then he's going to be supported by these. This will be the head. This one just had a lot of character. It was the right size and shape. I have not yet come up with how I'm going to make the face, so that's the first thing we're going to tackle before we address the rest of this. And then he's going to have 2 beefy arms with, like, big biceps on them, like this. Made of gourds, like so. And then I'm going to, this is, theoretically, I'm going to cut this pumpkin, like, down the middle, so it's, like, very round and kind of looks like a banjo, and then stick a really long carrot in it, so it, resembles a banjo, with the banjo neck and all that. And then I will fashion it so his arms are holding the banjo. I also bought this just because it's so cool. Like, look at this thing. It looks like a goose. So he's gonna have a pet goose. I guess. Let's begin by trying to make a face out of this. I was at the grocery store. I couldn't really find anything that would work for eyes. Like, obviously, that would be kind of creepy if that were the eye. So I'm gonna try just drilling holes. And we're gonna see how that looks. And if it looks horrible, then we will put something over the holes, and hopefully it'll look fine. So, let us adjust the camera angle and focus on the face. Alrighty, so I gotta decide which is the front, which side of this is the front. It's a very, lumpy pumpkin, which I like the character that gives it, but I don't know if that's gonna be a problem when drilling holes in it for the eyes. What do you think? Is that a good, because we kind of have this little thing going back, like he's got his hair slicked back. I think that looks pretty good. Alright, this will be the face. So, I stole some of my dad's drill bits, and I was just thinking I'd use a really big drill bit and just kind of drill straight in. Let's drill away. Should I pre-drill with a smaller bit? I don't know. Hey, oh, watch your face, buddy. Oh, back up. Oh, easy. Who needs to pre-drill? Not me. Oh, it's gross. Oh, I did not get paper towels. That is what I neglected. I have all sorts of junk out on this table that I might need. I did not get paper towels. Hang on. Alright, success. I got some. I hadn't planned on doing any, like, scooping out of guts for this guy, because I don't feel the need to, like, make him light up, because I think he's gonna be pretty cool as is. So, I don't think there will be an insane need for, like, buckets of goop going everywhere. But we'll see. Here is one hole. It's not a very striking eye, I'll say that, but I'll drill another one. I don't know, how do people usually carve pumpkins? Do they use power drills, or do they use, like, those little knives? I feel like power drills are safer. I don't think this is proper technique. That's backwards. Ew. Pumpkin goo. Okay. He's got 2 little eyes. I think we need to go bigger. I don't think those are big enough. So we will go up a size. We have these thingies. Ooh, what are you doing, bud? Ah, my water. There's pumpkin goo everywhere. I hope this is an okay angle. It's hard to get angles right and stuff, but I'll try to have the pumpkin on screen whenever I'm doing anything with it. Alright, time to swap the drill bits. I just realized, how am I gonna make the mouth? Maybe I do need a knife. Should I be wearing safety goggles? I don't know. I don't need my eyes. As long as I can play the banjo. Let's just go for it. Ew. It's all goopy. Why isn't it going any further? We got this going on. He's got like a ring around his eye. Alright, so it drilled the hole, but it's not coming out, and I can't make it go any deeper. So, I think it is time to crack open the toolkit. This is my little toolkit. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty nifty. I shall simply use pliers and yank this thing out. Ooh. Okay, well now there's that. This is like a thick pumpkin. Well, let's drill the other one and then see if we want to like cut all the way down into it or not. There we go. Okay. That's kind of, it's something. Wait, I think I have pumpkin carving knives. Hang on, maybe I should get, I didn't think I'd need them, but I didn't realize I probably need them for the face. Hang on. Good boy. Alright, well, I only found one. It's not exactly the sharpest. I know we have more, but I don't know where they went. So, I'm just gonna go in and cut. You see how it goes down and then it hits a stop? Like, it doesn't go all the way through like the smaller hole does? I'm gonna cut so that it does go all the way through. I think that'll give them a little bit more definition. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, no. I don't want to push it into the pumpkin. I'm back. Ooh. Ooh, there's guts in there. Can you tell I don't carve pumpkins very often? There's goo in there. Ugh. It's his brains. Ooh. Sweet, okay. We now have 2 giant eyes with goop behind them. I think that looks okay. I think we can make tweaks to it later, before attaching it to the body. He does need a mouth. I did not think about how to give him a mouth. And I don't want it to just be like a circle. Like a little smile. I wish I knew where our other pumpkin carving knives were. Because I know we had better ones. You know, this works out because it's like, the pumpkin gets control over what his face looks like, because I do not have much control over what this is doing because of how lumpy the pumpkin itself is. So we'll just say this is him kind of coming to life, giving himself his own personality. I don't know if you can see that. He's got a goofy little... I was gonna try to give him like teeth, like you know how some jack-o'-lanterns have little jagged teeth, but I think that's too complicated for me today. So we're just gonna give him a big old grin. Yeah, we did it. Look at that. Look at that happy little guy with guts in his mouth. We're gonna fix that. I think it needs to be a little bit wider. Maybe I should scoop out some of the guts so you don't look inside and like just see guts. Kind of nasty. It's like if you looked inside someone's head and just saw their brains, like if you... that's gross, never mind. There's a seed! I forgot pumpkins have seeds. Check it out. I could grow some pumpkins. The chickens would probably eat them before they got to full size though. Okay. I think I am gonna carve this all the way, actually. You'd think I'd remember how to do this. I did carve a pumpkin last year. Actually, he showed up on the channel. And I was very sad when he disintegrated. Alright. You're supposed to carve it like angled in, right? So it'll sit and it won't fall through. We're gonna put this on a time lapse. How about that? That could be a cool shot. Oh, look at his little face. Oh, okay, that's cute. I like that. I think he's gonna look good. wondered. People make gourd banjos. Are there any varieties of pumpkins that are like solid enough to make a banjo out of? Because how wild would it be to have a banjo and the back is this lumpy pumpkin thing? That would be so cool. I don't know if pumpkins like can dry and cure the same as gourds though. I wonder if there's like any lumpy gourds. I just think a banjo with like a cool lumpy textured back, that'd be cool. Alright, well we got him scooped out, I think. I think he looks pretty dang cute. If the rest of this project fails, we will at least have a cute little jack-o'-lantern. I think he looks great. Okay, we've moved to ground level. We've got the head. Now we need to figure out the body. So, I didn't notice this when I was picking out this pumpkin, but the bottom is very rolled. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but it's very uneven. Like, it wants to sit like that, and not like that. So, we're gonna do something about that. That almost wants to sit sideways. So, my thought was just stick a little tiny pumpkin as like a prop on the bottom of it. And that keeps it up pretty well. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that happy little guy. Alright, so the question is, how do we attach tiny pumpkin to big pumpkin? I was thinking about this before I started this video, and I asked my brother, and we both agreed that, well, we both think the best thing to try would be using dowel rods. So like, drill a little hole in the pumpkin here, drill a little hole in this pumpkin, stick a dowel rod through them both, and just hope that that holds. I don't even think these are dowel rods. Like, look how bendy these are. I think these are craft sticks, but I couldn't find any dowel rods, and I didn't want to go back to the store. So we're gonna make do. It's gonna be just like that. So it's like he has a little tail. Alright, this is my smallest drill bit, so I hope it works. Alright, so we drill into that, and now we drill right into this guy. Cool. And now we kind of just... That was way easier to break than I thought it was. I hope these are structurally sound. I have a bad feeling they're gonna break. Alright, just kind of wedge that in there. Hey, that's kind of working. That feels pretty well wedged. This wood is very soft. Just kind of... Oh boy, wait. No. I'm gonna put it in this pumpkin first. There we go. And then I'll put the rest of the stick up into this pumpkin. This is working surprisingly well. Ha 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 ha! Look at that! Stands up. Yeah, he's kind of rolled back a little bit. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, I'm a pumpkin man. I think we can skip the pumpkin feet. I don't know. I think he's fine without them. I mean, like, he's a pumpkin creature. Who's to say whether they have feet or not? I think I'm pioneering a new species here. Yeah. Alright. Our next problem. Affixing the arms. Or maybe I should make the little banjo first. I'm gonna take a quick brainstorming coffee break. Okay, I am going to shave down this side of the gourd so that it will fit more seamlessly. So like, hang on, let me explain this better. Oh no! Dang it! In a shocking turn of events, the crummy little dowel rod broke when I tried to twist this pumpkin, so nobody saw that coming. Well, that's a problem. Anyway, I was thinking I would like shave this down so it's a more flat or like rounded edge. So instead of just like sticking out here, it'll be a little bit more flush with the pumpkin. And hopefully it won't fall off like that thing just did. Because like if it fits the pumpkin better, I feel like the flimsy little sticks are more likely to be able to hold it on. I don't know how hard it's going to be to saw a gourd, but we are about to find out. shouldn't have my fingers under where the saw is cutting, should I? I kind of need those. Those are the money makers. Wow, look at all the progress I've made. If I clamp this to the table somehow? How do you clamp a gourd? That's gonna work. Should I try the little pumpkin cutting saw? Maybe because it's smaller, I can like get in there more accurately. Nope. Dang. I see now why these things are like used for banjos. This is a very hard, sturdy shell. Like, nothing's getting in here. Well, maybe we'll scrap that plan. We'll just line it up so that the grooves kind of fit. Because that gourd is harder than I expected it to be. I would use glue, but we don't really have any super glue laying around because my dad calls it disappointment glue because it never works. So, yeah, we don't have any glue. We have like wood glue, but I'm kind of impatient and I don't want to wait that long. You know what I need? I bet I need a snack. I bet I'll have a great brainstorm once I have a snack. I have duct tape. That's not gonna work. Nope. I need a snack. Alright, my snack of choice today is Trader Joe's brand Takis, which, as far as I can tell, are just normal Takis but with less food coloring. Let's do a snack time lapse. Okay, during my snack break, I had a couple thoughts. I'm gonna go on an expedition into my side yard junk pile to see if we have any materials that I can pirate for this. So one thought was, stick him in a pot, and then, you know, he'll be supported all the way around, and he'll just be a pumpkin guy in a pot. I'm gonna see what I can see. So I'll report back with what I have found. Alright, good news, I found a bucket. Bad news, it's also squashed. But maybe if we offset the squashedness of this bucket with the squashedness of the pumpkin, like line them up. Actually, that still stays up pretty well. That might work. Oh. Never mind, the bucket is very deep. This would just be putting the pumpkin all the way down into the bucket. So, I could flip the bucket over and put it on that, but then I don't think it's really solving any problem, because then the pumpkin will still be rolling back on itself. Why did I choose this pumpkin? This, like, this would not be a problem if wait, what? Surely there was a reason I chose this pumpkin. Was I gonna put it upside down? Because if it's like that, then the head will slide off. Don't look its face. Was I gonna have the head like this? I mean, that's kind of cute, but the head's gonna slide right off. This project would be going a lot more smoothly if I had chosen a different pumpkin. Wait, was I gonna cut a hole in this one? I wonder if that's the move. So this is fairly stable if I put it upside down. What if I just cut off this lump and then nestle this into that? That might be the way to go. I think that's the move. So I think we're gonna put on another time lapse of good. I mean, obviously the head wiggles a little bit, but it feels way more stable. Alright, yeah, so our next issue is attaching the arms. We got sidetracked by, everything falling apart. You know what I could do is just cut, like, a little divot in the pumpkin where the gourd should go. I think that's the move. Instead of cutting the gourd, we cut the pumpkin. Alright, so I want this arm to go right here, because he's gonna be, like, playing the banjo. So I'm gonna cut a divot out of here that I can nestle this into, and then hopefully attach it somehow. Let's hope this works. Gonna kinda just poke some perforations to mark out, like, the corners of where I want the divots to be. And now we'll cut a small hole. That looks good. Does that look good on camera? I like how this looks like he has just a giant bicep up here. That looks pretty good. But now we need to attach it. So... do gourds have seeds in them? Probably, right? Oh, sorry, I didn't really explain what I was doing. I'm gonna try the dowel rod method again. Since this is less load-bearing, I think there's less pressure on it. Actually, you know, I'm just gonna kind of jab this into the pumpkin. I don't even think I need to cut a hole. Oh no! Yeah, if you try this, don't use cheap craft wood. I think the things we're learning so far is don't use cheap craft wood and don't choose a pumpkin that's gonna roll backwards. Oh hey, it's another piece of cheap craft wood. Okay, let's, maybe I should drill a hole in the pumpkin. There we go. Make the job for the craft wood even easier. Oh, he's got a little arm. Yeah, that looks great. Okay, I'm gonna take a little break and then make a little fancy coffee. I think this definitely calls for some fancy coffee. Alright, I'm back. I made a fancy coffee and I am ready to tackle the rest of this project. And I just sat in gross pumpkin stuff. Whoops. He's super clingy right now because he saw me put carrots on the table for when I make the pumpkin banjo, and he is a big vegetable lover. Carrots and celery, he just goes nuts for them. By the way, I don't want to tilt this forward and drop it. I made a vanilla latte. I just took soy milk, heated it up for 30 seconds, took a little like milk frother thing and frothed it up, and then poured my coffee into it, and then put a little dash of vanilla syrup in. Very simple, but sufficiently fancy for my purposes. I think I should make the banjo, the little pumpkin banjo, so I know where to place the other arm. So let's try to do that. Pumpkin, or banjo time. So my thought was just cut right here, so it's a nice round banjo shape, and then stick a carrot in it. I think that'll work okay. Should I use the saw? I don't think I need the saw. Where? It's the same color as his body, actually. That's gonna be confusing. What if is this too small? That's the same color as his body, too. Shoot. I did not think about this. Right, because wouldn't that look weird? Like, that wouldn't look like a banjo. That would look like he has a weird belly button. Well, my other thought was I could use a can. Like a really shallow can. Found a can and a fork. I was gonna just eat all of the tuna out of this can, but I don't know where our can opener went. Does that look like the size of a banjo? This kind of cute, a little fork banjo. Does that read as a banjo to you? Or does it just look like a can of tuna and a fork? Let's put the head on. You know, if worst comes to worst, he won't even have a banjo. He'll just be a jolly little guy, and I think that'll be good enough. But, what if, I thought the fork could be a fun, like, neck for the banjo. So what if we just kind of tape the fork to the can? So I was gonna say I want to use more long-lasting supplies than duct tape, but this pumpkin is not gonna last more than a couple days, I think. Maybe a month at the, not a month at the most, a week at the most. So I don't think we need, like, the most artisanal, long-lasting materials for this. Maybe in Pumpkin Land, this is the type of banjo they build. Does that look like he's playing a banjo? Yeah, wait, that does. That looks good. So I need to attach this gourd just like this. Can I remember how it looks? Oh, it's gonna have the scab showing. That's okay. He's a war hero, I guess. Alright. Let's go to another time lapse. I don't have very interesting commentary on this segment. Say this is looking pretty cute and whimsical, as intended. Dad, look at him playing. I'm just gonna duct tape this to the pumpkin. If it'll stick. If it doesn't stick, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Alright, just kinda... Alright, right there. Yeah! I have a bad feeling that's gonna fall off really fast. Ooh, that's sticking. Kinda. I feel like we're nearing completion for this project. Like, how about that? Oh, how about that? You know what I think he needs? I think he needs a festive fall scarf to both add to the festivity. Oh, look at that. I'm looking at him in the camera. He looks good. I think some feet would look good, but I don't think those really read as feet. I'm gonna get my brother's opinion, and I'm gonna turn the camera off for his privacy's sake. I'll report back with what he thinks. Okay, my brother and I came to the consensus that no feet is better. I think he looks good with no feet. And my brother suggested, by the way, this bucket that we didn't use is actually a very nice seat. My brother suggested he would look good with a hat. And I do believe he is correct. I think he looks great with a hat. Hat's a little bit too big, but I think that's pretty snazzy looking. Maybe tilted back a little bit. A little roguish angle. Oh, yeah. Kind of press that down. That looks pretty good. So, I don't know about a scarf. There's a little gap in between. Oh, that looks kind of good. Like a little artsy twist. Yeah, I think this looks pretty dang good. I'm gonna take some pictures and get the opinions from my friends. And then we'll report back. Maybe we'll do a cool little photo shoot with him. I was gonna make a goose out of this, but I don't really know how I'd make the eyes. Oh. I thought there was a giant spider on my foot. It was just a chicken feather. That was concerning. I don't know. I think I've used my creative energy on this guy. I don't know what to do with this guy. Maybe I'll make a gourd banjo. Probably not, but it could happen. You never know. No, it looks like a lot of work to make a gourd banjo. It would be fun, though. Maybe I'll just keep this around. Cool decor for the season. I don't know how long these last. Do these just last if you just let them sit, or do you have to, like, dry them out? So many things that I don't know. Oh, he looks really good. Okay. I'm pretty happy with this. Let me go get some opinions from my friends and set him in a more scenic locale, and then I'll be back. Alrighty, so yeah, I think this is the end of the project. I think he looks pretty dang good. As I suspected, the duct tape is not holding great, but yeah, I can't think of a long-term fix for that right now, but I think he looks fine. I think you can just keep pushing the duct tape back in place. What do you think, Delina? She has her eyes on him. She wants to eat him, which will not be allowed. I will be keeping him in the porch, but yeah, comment below what you think I should name him. For some reason, I couldn't really think of a name while I was making him, so open to suggestions for names for this little guy. Okay, in case anyone's here just to see how I did the project and not watch the whole rambling process, I'll do a quick little breakdown of how it works, or how I did it. So essentially this is just a basic jack-o'-lantern. You know, you got the hollow head, the hollow face. Yeah, it's just a jack-o'-lantern. And it's sitting on top of a pumpkin. Now if you got a pumpkin that was like a sturdy shape, you wouldn't have to cut this hole in it. I just, for some reason, chose a really wonky pumpkin, so I had to cut a hole in it for the head to nestle down onto so it wouldn't roll off. And then I put the scarf on to kind of cover the weird seam and keep the head on better as well. Then for the gourd arms, I shaved a little hole down here so the gourd would nestle in, and then I took a dowel rod and stuck half of it into the pumpkin and half of it into the gourd and just shoved that in there till it stayed. You can see more detailed how I did that if you jump back in the video, but that's the basic gist of it. And then I taped a fork to a can of tuna, and the camera's out of focus. Hello? Yeah, okay. I taped a fork to a can of tuna and then taped that to the pumpkin body. If anyone comes up with a better way of doing this, let me know, because it's kind of falling off, but it lasted quite a while. But yeah, that's what you do, and then you just pop a hat on and you have your very own pumpkin guy playing a banjo with gourd hands. So yeah, that's all for this video. Thank you for coming. If any of you decide to try your hand at making your own one of these, I would love to see it. You could probably tag me on Instagram, or my email should be in my YouTube bio. You could email me a picture of your own banjo playing pumpkin dudes if you do the craft with the fam or anything. But yeah, signing off from me and unnamed pumpkin guy. Again, I would love name suggestions. Yeah, play us out, Mr. Pumpkin. I guess I didn't put any strings on his banjo. Alrighty, that's all. Hope to see you next time. Bye.